Agritourism has evolved into a form of travel that goes beyond simply viewing rural landscapes from a distance. What has become increasingly relevant today is the search for meaningful interaction with farming communities, traditional practices, and the natural rhythms of agricultural life. This approach encourages visitors to immerse themselves in environments where farming activities, environmental stewardship, and cultural identity intersect. As a result, rural areas become dynamic destinations where travelers develop a deeper appreciation for how food is produced, how land is managed, and how local traditions shape everyday life. A defining element of modern agritourism is the transition from passive observation to active participation. When visitors engage in planting, harvesting, or handling produce, the experience becomes both educational and meaningful. These activities open a window into the ecological and cultural processes that structure agricultural life. Participation also strengthens connections with local communities by highlighting the skills, traditions, and stories that farmers pass down across generations. This interaction deepens respect for rural livelihoods and creates a more authentic understanding of the challenges and values that guide agricultural practice. Authentic agritourism experiences emerge from collaboration between hosts and guests. When activities are integrated into real farm routines, visitors gain insight without disrupting daily productivity. The combination of practical tasks, narrative context, and cultural elements, such as cooking, crafts, or seasonal events, creates experiences that reflect local identity. These layered interactions turn simple agricultural tasks into shared moments that highlight sustainability, heritage, and community life. Through thoughtful design, these encounters strengthen the connection between visitors and the cultural, social, and ecological dimensions of rural landscapes. Hands-on activities form the core of experiential agritourism. Seasonal fruit picking introduces visitors to crop cycles and cultivation methods, while livestock care reveals the routines and values behind ethical and sustainable animal management workshops focused on processing, such as roasting coffee, pressing olives, or fermenting cocoa, connect participants to traditional techniques that define regional food identities. These activities transform farms into dynamic learning environments where visitors can understand how natural rhythms, labor, and local knowledge shape agricultural production. Farm-to-table experiences create an immediate connection between food production and culinary appreciation. By engaging directly with freshly harvested ingredients, visitors understand the importance of seasonality, freshness, and responsible resource use. Preparing or tasting food on site reinforces awareness of agricultural origins and highlights the craftsmanship involved in bringing each ingredient to the table. This direct link between field and meal strengthens respect for rural environments and encourages more mindful perspectives on sustainability and food systems. Coffee offers a clear example of how agritourism can integrate environmental knowledge, cultural tradition, and sensory experience. A walk through the plantation illustrates shade management and biodiversity practices that support sustainable cultivation. Processing activities reveal how washing, drying, and roasting influence the character of the final product. The experience concludes with tasting, where visitors explore flavor, aroma, and brewing techniques rooted in local customs. This full progression, from cultivation to cup, demonstrates how agricultural skill, ecological understanding, and cultural meaning are embedded in everyday products. Seasonal festivals bring agricultural cycles and cultural expression together, creating moments when farming milestones become shared community events. These gatherings align with key periods such as planting, harvesting, and processing, allowing visitors to witness and engage with activities that are part of the actual rural calendar. When harvest celebrations invite guests to join residents in picking crops or participating in collective food preparation, the experience becomes social rather than purely labor-focused. Craft-based festivals extend this dynamic by showcasing fiber arts, weaving, or traditional demonstrations that merge production with cultural identity. Because many of these events take place only once per season, they generate a sense of anticipation and exclusivity that strengthens participation and deepens appreciation for local traditions. Nature-based recreation enhances agritourism by linking environmental exploration with agricultural landscapes. Wildlife observation tours highlight how planting choices support biodiversity, offering opportunities to learn about habitat management and local species. Astrotourism benefits from minimal light pollution in rural settings, allowing visitors to observe the night sky while connecting celestial cycles to farming rhythms. Cycling routes introduce guests to the landscape through gentle terrain and curated stops at farmsteads for seasonal tastings. Interpretive trails complement these experiences by guiding visitors through orchards, pastures, and fields, where signage explains crop selection, livestock breeds, and ecological conditions. Together, these activities broaden engagement beyond the farm itself and reinforce the relationship between agriculture and the natural environment. Authenticity plays a central role in shaping emotional connections between visitors and rural settings. A strong desire for authentic experiences leads many travelers to seek direct interaction with agricultural realities and the stories behind them. When agricultural processes and community routines are presented without artificial staging, they create meaningful anchors that link visitors to place. Physical settings contribute as well. Historic farmhouses, terraced fields, and long-used tools evoke local heritage and cultural memory. Emotional bonds strengthen when farmers explain cultivation traditions or share family histories tied to the land. These narratives transform functional tasks into cultural symbols, allowing environmental features and social practices to resonate on a personal level. Agritourism also serves as a platform for learning, offering opportunities to acquire practical and culturally significant skills. Agricultural techniques such as soil preparation, companion planting, and biodiversity encouraging methods become easier to understand through hands-on participation. Culinary skills build on freshly harvested ingredients, teaching visitors techniques related to knife work, seasoning, and fermentation that reflect local identity. Artisanal crafts, such as weaving with natural fibers or creating traditional dyes, link creative expression with agricultural cycles. These learning environments blend sensory experience with cultural knowledge, allowing visitors to gain competencies that hold relevance beyond the visit itself while supporting the transmission of local traditions. Rural environments provide unique conditions for well-being and stress reduction, offering a contrast to the sensory intensity of urban life. Open landscapes, natural sounds, and slower rhythms promote psychological decompression. Activities such as tending crops or preparing meals encourage purposeful engagement that aligns with mindfulness principles, shifting attention toward immediate sensations like soil texture or the aroma of cooking. Gentle interactions with animals can further support emotional balance by stimulating positive hormonal responses. Spending time in biodiverse settings increases access to green space, helping regulate stress and reducing mental overload. These combined elements make rural settings restorative environments where social connection, physical activity, and natural cues contribute to overall wellness. Designing effective agritourism experiences involves integrating authenticity, cultural context, environmental values, and opportunities for co-creation. When visitors are welcomed into genuine daily rhythms, their participation supports rather than disrupts agricultural routines. Layering cultural context through demonstrations, workshops, or seasonal ceremonies provides depth and connects activities to broader traditions. Highlighting sustainability and biodiversity helps communicate the ecological values embedded in rural practices. Collaboration between hosts and visitors ensures that participation respects local ways of life while fostering meaningful exchanges. Finally, structured learning opportunities across agricultural, culinary, and artisanal domains encourage knowledge transfer rooted in hands-on engagement. Together, these elements transform rural destinations into places where every task, meal, and encounter forms part of a cohesive and immersive experience.